Wait, I didn't put my face on yet.
Are we going to be using Discord? Didn't somebody want us to use Discord?
And he
Apparently
can get
Discord isn't
fucked.
working.
Isn't it?
Troll, 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 troll. We can't say troll. Douglas, join me in
Racist
the
prick.
join me in the troll chant.
Oh no, the only song I'm singing today is Blooms in California.
How about boom, boom, boom?
No, I love Blooms in California, Blooms in California, Blooms in California are the greatest thing around.
So no boom, boom, boom.
No, you get me. You want me to do Venga Boys as well?
Well, I mean, given that Douglas is in Manchester, you just hold the mic out the window, you might hear boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. There are now 4 bombers instead of 1. Oh, boom, 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 boom. There are now 22 victims. Only 4 explosions. That's an average of what? 5.5 each. Yay. Well, every bomber got half a victim on the top. Is that what you're looking for?
God damn it. Welcome back, folks. It is I, your illustrious host, Lord Zeriq Tigradius Haruk. I am currently in a very echoey room right now, so please accept my apologies. I am in the middle of economic problems, thus living with relatives. But we bring you back once again to Late Night Bastards Gaming here on a Friday night with the Late Night Bastards and the new amigos. They have yet to earn the title of bastard. What shall we call them? Bitches?
Douches.
Eh.
I'm pretty particular to the term ponce.
So they're ponces. Lovely.
They call me anything as long as I'm not still hungover.
So, anyway, you know the crew. Me, Crap, Douglas. Then you also have Leonidas over there, 300ing over a squirrel.
He shall not pass.
Go with the force, Harry.
Use the force, Luke. I've run out of lubricant.
That's a new one.
Then you have Shawn of the Dead with the 4chan troll.
I love how
Hello.
you start off with this proper British accent like you're some librarian, and then it immediately goes off in these horrible directions.
He doesn't do
What was that, Douglas?
doesn't do a British accent.
Still didn't
Yes,
catch it.
the Welshman is lecturing us on a proper British accent.
God damn it.
It counts as British. I'm British. At least my parents told me that's what I was born. I'm not
You're British, but you're not English.
Yes, that's very true, I suppose.
Lord, why am I easily able to picture him as a robot?
Bloody spool pins.
Oh, wait a minute.
Because the programming isn't sophisticated enough.
Yes! Haha.
Hold up. I just heard a ding. Wait, what was that ding? Chris?
It's the new guy.
Chris, is that you? Don't be shy just because the people at home are now looking at you.
All one of them.
Fuck you.
I'm not telling you what I'm not allowed to tell you what they think. It's not on broadcast.
Well, folks, he's got to fix his mic.
I.e., he has to find his mic.
I.e., he was jacking off for the past 2 hours, and now suddenly, wait.
Jacking it in San Diego.
Ooh,
He has to go out and buy a mic.
Ooh, my ding ding dong.
No. I told you he has to go out and buy a mic.
Oh, Lord.
I blame the internet.
Did he actually tell you that crap?
No.
Okay, good. He'll probably be back in about 5 minutes, folks. But yes, that was, oh, speak of the devil. Can you hear us, Chris?
Apparently not.
Nope.
I swear, I've gotten better connection when I was working in Toledo.
You were in Toledo?
No. When I had a girlfriend, I wish I was in Toledo. Because then
Is that where she was?
I'd be inside girlfriend.
I don't think I've ever wished I was in Toledo.
Should have taken that left turn in Albuquerque.
Something about being in a city where the rivers catch on fire.
So you're gonna move to Chicago? Or
No,
New York?
Chicago, the rivers ran red with blood.
Toledo, the river literally caught on fire.
Yeah, the Hudson's caught on fire several times too.
Oh, has it?
Yeah.
I'm
And
not
Lake
surprised.
Ontario, which is where Chicago is.
Ah,
And yet smoke on the water happened in Switzerland.
What was that, Douglas?
What the fuck are you making rivers out of over there?
pure grade alcohol.
Yay.
Mostly oil and dead fish. Mostly.
So you're telling me we get our water straight from Norway?
What?
If anyone has ever eaten the food from Norway, they'd understand that bullshit.
I know what surströmming is.
Fermented shark, folks.
That's not from Norway. That's from Iceland.
No, Norway has it too.
My grandmother was from Norway.
Anyway, so it looks like Chris is going to be about a couple minutes, folks. So let's see here. If I recall, we were going to such and such place that George pointed us out to go to the Orc Underground.
Yeah. Are you going to do that? You don't have to do that. You can do something else if you want. Party. You can go to the local park and play on the roundabout. You have roundabouts over there.
Yes.
Awesome.
Awesome. Then I'm sure all your kids are very happy. I mean, who needs food when you've got a roundabout, right?
Now we're going to something department store.
Nordstrom's.
Yes.
If I remember correctly. Let me look. Oh shit, it's made
If someone's able to message him, could someone, like, if he has any character questions, just someone ask him. Because he's a wee little baby and we need to help him. Probably.
I need more tea. Stronger tea. Hello?
Hello.
Are we gonna, is that what we're doing now? We're going to go there then. In that case, I should read something to you. The Orc Underground, the very name conjures up a dozen different images. Intricate dwarven architecture. Why would it be dwarven architecture in the Orc Underground? That's really racist. Damp, musty caves, an army of metahumans. Dark caves filled with devil rats and ghouls. The list goes on and on. There are a lot of conflicted stories about what it's like to be in the Orc Underground. And both all and none of these stories are true. A vast network of tunnels honeycombs the ground underneath Chicago, and each section of the underground is different. Some are little more than dirt and stone caves, while in other sections, if it weren't for the ceiling 2 or 3 stories above your head, you would think you were on any normal city street. Any normal city street that's completely enclosed and underground, of course. In Chicago, that dark that you can't see the stars. Making your way to the underground... Really? Wow. Shit, no wonder the houses are cheap. Making your way into the underground is easy. There are 2 easily accessible public entrances, one in the basement of Nordstrom's department store, and the other under the Big Rhino, a restaurant that serves authentic, in quotes, orc cuisine. There are supposedly numerous hidden entrances all over the city, but only residents of the underground know their location. Nordstrom's is the largest and most easily accessible of the 2 main public entrances, and notably is the only one open 24/7. So we're headed off to there, I believe. So, you're going to make your way there. I'm assuming, how are we doing transport? I'm assuming I'm taking in my van most people, or is anybody in some other means of transport?
I can take my own bike.
Vans work for me.
Yeah, I'll ride in the van.
Oh, cool. We're having a party in the van. There's alcohol there, if you like. Being drunk on a run is a clever idea, so I've heard. Yeah, so the van gets fairly close. Hacker person. What's the hacker person's name?
Flashback.
Flashback. Do you have? I assume you have at least a comm link.
Yeah, I have.
Do you have a deck or anything like that?
I have a something that looks like a deck, but it doesn't really work.
Okay. Are you running? What are you running? On your comm link. I don't need this yet. In terms of security. I'm assuming everyone else has slaved their shit to yours. Otherwise, tell me if anybody doesn't want to slave their shit to the hackers.
I am not slaving my shit to the hacker.
Okay, cool. You're on your own. Great.
I have a Francis Avalon comm link that I would be using for security.
Okay, and
it's, rating 6, I believe.
Has it got an agent on it, or do you do things like how often do you check it to see if anybody has infiltrated it?
It doesn't have an agent on it, but I keep pretty good tabs on it.
Okay.
Especially if everyone's slave to it, I'd keep a close eye on it.
So that's fine. And the guy that isn't linked to the hacker, I mean anybody else? Does anybody else not link to the hacker?
I'll link to the hacker, but if he sends me meta porn again, I'm going to punch him.
I think you're the one person that probably can get away with not linking to the hacker on the basis that you're not made out of cyber gear. Zeriq.
Yeah, I won't do it if you don't make me do it.
Zeriq, what have you got that you're taking wireless bonuses for? Are you taking wireless bonuses for anything?
No.
Okay, so you're gonna tell me that all your shit is turned off then, are you?
The wireless stuff? Yeah.
Yes. Okay. And like your gun is turned off, and all of your personal stuff is turned off as well.
Yeah, although I have no wireless functionality whatsoever.
Okay, cool. Not that you're paranoid at all. And nobody's. Is anybody running Smart Gun? Nobody's running Smart Gun.
I'm running Smart Gun, but I don't think I have anything that actually has. Oh wait, Smart Gun does have a wireless bonus. So yeah, I am running with my wires up.
And what?
I have a
What is,
shotgun as well.
what is that slave to?
That is slaved to my Transis Avalon, which is a rating 8 firewall.
And do you
That
have an
one is
agent?
too.
Do you have an agent or any other means to do a matrix perception on your Transis Avalon?
I have nothing that will automatically alert me, although there's an automatic alert if somebody's not very good at hacking. But if somebody can break through a 14 in one strike, then I'm screwed anyway. So
14? Well, it's
device rating 6, firewall 8.
oh, cool, nice. Wow, that's a really expensive comlink. I know they're all cheap in version 5, aren't they? It's in 4 it's expensive.
Yeah, 4 is because the comlinks were decks. They got rid of that idea for 5th edition.
I think there's a module in one of the books that you can add for like a couple of thousand yen that'll allow you to run an agent on your comlink.
Yeah, I'm going to get an agent for him eventually, but not at the moment.
Normally comlinks can't run programs in 5th, but they can.
Well,
there's a module that'll allow you to do it.
Well, the thing is, we'll rule lawyer later. Anyway.
That's fine. The reason I asked you is as the van pulls into the neighbourhood, you start noticing that a lot of the AR advertisements have been hacked, and now say things like "reality is a lie." For a good time, call Cutler's mum. Reality hackers rule. People have got street gangs and stuff, haven't they?
Yeah.
And I'm assuming the hackers got some knowledge of hackery stuff. Does the hacker have some knowledge, skill in hackery stuff?
Yeah, I think so. What do you want? Let's see. I've got. Let's see. Knowledge.
By the way, does anyone remember why we're going to the Orc Underground?
Yes, we are going through the Orc Underground so we can get to Captain Somebody's Cove, which is where the archaeologist was last seen. Or no, she was supposed to have a meeting there that we found out according to a piece of paper in her trashed hotel room.
Thank you.
It's because, yes, you've got two jobs. One to get an archaeologist and one to get the item that an archaeologist possesses.
I've got a knowledge of underworld with a specialization in matrix crime.
Okay, in that case, those people that I'm not logged into Roll20. I should log into Roll20, shouldn't I?
It would help.
But I'm not going to make them roll for this anyway. So those people with those skills will know that Reality Hackers are a street gang that specialise in hacking. It's funny that I asked you all those questions a moment ago, isn't it?
Right.
I see no possible connection.
Close eye on my comp link.
Sorry?
And everything's running silent.
Yeah.
Well, I assume everybody's running silent. It's pretty much the default for runners.
Pretty much.
Yes. As you get closer to Lordstrung's, you'll notice more and more advertisements have been hacked. And that AR graffiti literally scrawled all over the place.
Oh, goody. Lovely. Perfect.
Well, you know what you know what street gang hackers are like, all chromed up with nothing to do except violence. Which reminds me, outside launch strings on the opposite end.
Which reminds me.
Outside launch strings, opposite the entrance, a large group of gangers, some of which appear to be chromed. You're a couple of 100 yards away at this point. What would you like to do?
Knowledge street gangs upon their colors and any noticeable. Well, first, I would like to roll perception.
Okay. What would you like to percept?
Clothing for colors, logos, things like that.
Yep.
To which then I'm going to roll knowledge street gangs.
What do you get?
3 on perception, 6 on knowledge street gangs.
Okay, so there appears to be two gangs there. There appears to be two gangs there. One is an orc gang called the Scratcher, and the other is the Reality Hackers.
So vocally to all. So, do we ignore, or shall we shoot, or shall we place bets?
If they're not directly in our way, I say we just ignore them.
Yeah, no reason to call attention.
Are they directly in our way?
Are they actively committing combat towards each other?
Not yet. They're clearly posturing at this point. But there's no combat as such immediately at this point. They're posturing opposite a stall advertising tours of the Orc Underground.
I would like to say that since we are trying to get on the Orcs' good side, if combat does seem to be breaking out, I think I know which side we should try to support at the moment.
The Orcs?
Nah.
Because part of me is just like, well, if we support the Orcs, the Volk's not going to be happy.
Well,
Volk's never going to be happy.
He knows crap so well already. You could support the dwarves because all the architecture's dwarven apparently.
They might know a secret way in.
They might know a secret way in, yes. Yeah, so that's they're posturing up opposite a stall, as it says, advertising tours of the Orc Underground. I didn't think it was this open, but apparently, I mean, if there are guided tours taking place, then, there is apparently.
I think after Uncle Dunkle died and gave them all those cultural artifacts that kind of opened up more.
Okay, cool.
Okay, I'm going to try and perceive sound now a little bit more. So that way I can see if they're arguing, doing anything, yada yada. 6 successes.
What would you like to know?
Are they arguing? And about what?
How far does your extended hearing work?
How far are we again?
Well, you're a couple of 100 yards. I gave you at the start, just to be, because you're approaching the area, as it were. So you can get as close or as you like.
Let's see here. Get me within.
Is there glass near them?
Well, that's a clever idea. Yes, in the immediate area, actually, there isn't a great deal of glass. There's a great deal of wood, as you don't know yet. But if someone has Googled Lordstrunks, somebody Googled Lordstrunks earlier, right? We're going to pretend they did.
Yes.
There was a fire about a month ago, and they haven't finished rebuilding at this point. So most of the area in the immediacy of the entrance is scaffolding and wooden panels.
So not like a bus station or anything nearby?
I'm going to say outside of the immediate entrance area, which is not far from where they are. Certainly, some of the people involved in this would be a glass shop front, and there wouldn't be a bus station because this is more of a department store area. But there would be a glass. All the shop fronts outside of Lordstrungs that aren't part of the fire would have glass windows, which would reflect sound. Yes.
Okay, so I'll use my laser microphone in my helmet to try and listen in.
I'm going to let you do that on the edges of the or a fair portion of the conversation then. And apparently someone's mother doesn't charge for her favors. And a different person's mother causes an eclipse when she gets out of bed. And somebody else's mother is just a fucking bitch. Because she couldn't think of anything clever to say. And such words. Does that make sense?
Yeah, they're currently back and forthing Yo Mama jokes, which means this is getting serious.
Yeah, and I'll be playing
Or
what I
we've
pick
time
up
traveled
on
back
my
to the
comm link
90s.
so people can actually hear it. Not just me.
I can't do your mama jokes on the basis I don't really know any. Otherwise, I would have done them for you. What did you say, Crap?
I said, or we've time traveled back to the 90s.
Your mama's so hairy that her native language is Wookiee.
There you go.
Your mama's so fat she was once mistaken for God's bowling ball.
Your mama's got one arm, swims in a circle.
I like that one. That's good. Well, those and more are used. Not everyone being as quick as that and having to reduce to just pure insults like your mum's a fucking cunt.
No, your mom's a cunt.
So anyway, I'm not walking up to them. I'm walking up to the department store, but I'm walking to where they're on my left side.
I'll follow behind.
So if you're walking towards where they're on your left side, you're approaching from effectively the bottom and walking up because the department store will be on the right-hand side of the street. Most of them are on the left-hand side of the street. And that doesn't mean they're far away from the entrance, just because the street isn't that wide as they go up. As you get to around 10 years...
So you're telling me that your mama wouldn't be able to walk down the street, right?
No, you could try. There's certainly people walking past with their heads down on the other side of the street.
She does have to beep, though.
Yeah.
Only if she's walking backward.
Yeah, and a mobility card. And they're not sure if that's her beeping or a mobility card making a reverse sound, yes. A mobility card in this case being a 40-foot truck, obviously.
Flatbed, motherfucker.
Yeah. So you can start walking up towards there. Strangely enough, as you get within about 20 yards of the entrance, your mama jokes turn into now I'm going to shoot you because you insulted my mother. And violence breaks out between the two gangs.
Who is following close behind me?
I am.
Sorry, which one is I?
Leonidas. Squirrel.
Thank you. So, I quickly grab his head, push down, and tell him to duck!
You do know this isn't my first rodeo.
Yeah, I'm looking for cover.
I'm going to keep walking.
Look, you might be too pretty to hit, but 50 bullets, one of them's gonna be have a higher charisma than you.
One's going to be just a little bit more forceful than you can rebuff it.
But anyway, so
And yeah, when the
Okay,
shooting
well,
starts,
let me ask
I
this.
jump
How
off my
close are
bike.
we to the entrance at this point?
20 yards.
I mean, I could probably make it, but fine. I'll scoot behind a bench.
Okay. Anybody do anything else this round, as it were?
As I was going to say before I got cut off, can anybody hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. When the shooting starts, I hop off my bike, grab my SMG, and start running for cover.
I draw one of my pistols.
Are we in the van or are we walking?
At this point, we're walking.
I was walking.
Okay.
These
I'll
boots,
pull out Victoria.
these boots were made for walking, and that's just what they'll do.
Boots
Bitch.
you in the ass.
Yes.
Also, who's
I'm gonna,
Victoria?
His gun.
Your right hand?
I want to try to find.
My highly customized Savlet Guardian.
Sort of like Benny's gun being called Ave Maria.
What is the range on directional jammer?
Let's see here.
Okay, so now.
Sorry, I want to find cover and call up a sprite.
Okay, cool. You don't need to roll to. Do you need to roll to call one?
No, this is one that's already compiled. That's one of my
Yeah, if he has it
everyone,
compiled, he doesn't need to roll.
No.
bound sprites. So.
That's fine. I intended to read more about that shit, but it was hot. So yeah, several members of both gangs drop. Notably, one of the reality hackers goes flying backwards in a Terminator unrealistic style, flying backwards from a shotgun shot. And he doesn't look very well as he lands.
Oh, I need a roll for initiative.
And let's see here. That's what I thought. 13.
God damn it. What's wrong with my formula?
Yes, 173. Give me all the turns. If my initiative was 173, I'm pretty sure I would break the fabric of fucking reality.
You would be able to outrun a dragon.
So, something's wrong with my formula, but I've got a 13. It's just not associated with the tracker at the moment.
Okay.
Think you can put it in there manually.
Yeah.
So
Why is it that Squirrel O'Bedlam comes up as him? This guy? Right here?
Because Douglas bandboxed and wasn't paying attention.
So yeah, that should be my sprite actually.
Trixie.
That's Trixie. Yep. My machine sprite. Why can't I find initiative on this sheet? There it is.
I think I win, guys.
That's because you got lucky.
Why isn't this working? Damn it. I'm just going to simplify it.
So, is Volk gonna shoot the orcs or the dwarves? Please put your answers down below.
Oh.
They're not dwarves, they're humans.
Who the fuck said dwarves?
Dwarf architecture.
Oh, boy. By the way, folks, for those wondering, Chris is not going to be able to join us this evening. He will come in next week.
If he survives.
I'll get to you on to okay.
Yes, Smeagol. The precious is over there.
Yeah.
Okay. So several members on the front lines of several members in each gang go down. Notably, the people who are clever enough or angry enough to stand at the front, because that's where the stupid people stand when there's gunfire. Meaning the front lines of both gangs are now lying down on the floor, some voluntarily and some because their legs no longer work. So the gangs are now separated, at least, by a little bit of distance, and are shooting back for the left-hand side of the street, whilst you're on the right-hand side of the street doing whatever it is you choose to do.
Well, if they're not shooting at us, I see no reason to waste bullets shooting back at them.
Because we can earn favors. We are trying to court these orcs to get their assistance at the moment. Unless you don't like getting paid.
We have to court up to the orcs.
I mean, if anything, we'd court up to the hackers as well and get a favor from them.
Yes, because when we're about to go into the orc underground, the people I really want to be friends with are the hackers who are attacking them.
So, as you spend time talking,
That's a free action, thank you very much.
as a free action on their side, one of the hackers will shout, "Look, there's more of them over there trying to sneak up behind us." And some bullets get sprayed in your general direction.
Okay, I'm pissed.
Hack the planet!
Who shot at me, and where are they?
Some young, pimply dude. That for some reason, there's a young guy, a pimply dude. You don't know how young he is, but he's obviously a teenager, and has obviously had his cyberware paid for by mommy.
Old enough to shoot, old enough to die.
Yeah.
Is trying to show how impressive he is by shooting a full burst in your guy's direction. Unfortunately, not being really practiced with guns, having spent most of his time on the keyboard, he didn't realize just how much a high-caliber automatic weapon would kick, and is now spraying violently high into the air.
Douglas?
Yes.
You said his cyberware is bought for him by mommy, right?
Yes.
What the like? Does he look like he has a cyber arm?
No, he's got chrome on his face, like a section of his forehead has been replaced by metal leading into one of his eyes, which is clearly, which isn't an eye anymore, it's now some kind of device. In a Borg-like kind of way, if that makes sense.
God, friggin' ocular drone.
Yeah. Good enough for me and my robot.
So, yeah, he's trying to improve. At the back, he's clearly an unimportant member of the gang, just trying to, for those of you with emotional intelligence, anybody got that? The face probably has. I don't
what?
say that. Emotional intelligence. It's a word I heard on Kimmy Schmidt today. Those of you with emotional intelligence will realize he's just trying to impress the other gang members and getting good because he's rebelling, because that's the kind of kid he is.
Old enough to shoot, old enough to die, and old enough to get your cyberware taken away from you.
And he's now looking at his gun in amazement as he's experienced the kick, and is trying to bring it back down, but is failing unrelentingly. He has, however, managed to score a lot of points by hitting lots of different buildings on the 3rd and 4th floor.
Suddenly, from above, my cabbages!
Really?
Also, the Oculus Rift V3 sucks.
Is it?
Just a joke about his little eyepiece.
Okay, cool.
I want to make a perception check to see if I can determine what race this little fucker is.
Human.
Let me just double check for you.
Listen, Ranger.
Reality Hackers, professional rated 2. It doesn't say, so I'm going to say human.
Well, you get points for being human, but you lose all the points for shooting at me.
Yeah, that seems entirely fair.
Let's see, I've got my SMG in my hand. So, let's short burst him. So 3 shots. I need to remember how this works.
So when you're doing burst, you don't actually do 3 separate shots. You shoot as per normal, subtract any issues you have with going over your recoil limit, and they get minus to their dodge equal to your number of bullets minus 1.
Okay.
Oh,
recoil.
We also get
Recoil control is 4.
So you're good.
Okay.
You're good for this round, anyway.
Set up.
And we get to see Leonidas fail.
Yeah.
What damage is that going to do?
Huh?
What's the damage rate of the gun?
Not going to try
7
and dodge.
physical.
What did you say, Crap?
7.
And is there what's the accuracy of the gun?
4.
Okay, so 7 plus 4 is 11.
No, accuracy acts as a limit, not a bonus.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's got 7 damage for the gun and a maximum of 7 damage for rolling 7. So that's reduced to 4 because of accuracy. So 7 plus 4 is 11.
Ah, okay.
This guy would dodge, but he's staring in awe at his gun, not realizing that other people might want to shoot back because he's dumb and young. And so 11 dice worth of hits pummel into his armor jacket. So he does get to die and not die on turn 1, hopefully.
Depending upon if his armor holds up.
It holds up enough that how many body has he got? Oh, okay. He's actually got reasonably decent body. Bullets pummel into his armor jacket, and most of them squeeze right through. Blood spraying out of his front as a look of horror as he realizes just the life he's actually getting into. What that actually means. I'm always reminded of the Alien comic where some cult worshippers go and offer themselves to facehuggers, only realizing, as it's far too late, as it wraps their tail around, as the facehugger wraps the tail around their neck, just exactly what it means to sacrifice yourself to an alien queen. And he now realizes just exactly what joining a violent street gang means. Whether he'll be scared straight by this incident will depend entirely on whether he lives and gets medical attention shortly, as he falls over backwards with blood spewing from various new and not entirely round orifices.
And Volk is just going to shout at him, "That's how you handle an SMG, bitch."
Insult to injury. Marvelous.
Hey, kid has to learn sometime.
Oh, real quick, are we doing every action's minus 10, or do we do full rounds and then subtract 10?
Full rounds, subtract 10.
Okay,
And, whatever interrupt or bullshit that you decide to do.
right.
Strictly speaking, Trixie should have gone first, but, oh well.
Technically, Flashback has yet to give her an order.
Yeah, so there's no...
Okay, that's fair enough. Zeriq?
Let's see here. So I just saw Pipsqueak #1 with good cyberware go down. That's
Also, I wanted to ask, can I tell what SMG he's holding? I might want to pick that up.
He actually technically had a Colt Manhunter, which is a heavy pistol, but that I don't want it to be a heavy pistol. I want it to be a large caliber SMG. So whichever large caliber SMG you feel like looking up.
and that mommy could pay for.
Mommy
And the
only
price is right.
Mommy only wants the best for a little boy.
Luckily,
He's so
most
special.
SMGs are kind of cheap.
Yeah.
Well, if it's what you takes to make your new friends happy.
Oh, Lord. Let's see here. How many more of the hackers are still standing?
I was going to make it 6 on each side, so that's going to be 5. That you can see in the immediate area.
Of course.
Only because I didn't want. Only because 15 is a more realistic number, but I didn't want you to get into a fight with 15 gangers.
I'm going to shoot the ugly hacker. Why is my gun pointing towards Flashback?
You're going to shoot the ugly hacker. Well, that's all of them.
Suddenly, my bullet becomes a ricocheting magic bullet and kills them all.
No, wait, shoot the neckbeard. Oh, wait, that's all of them, too.
I shoot the one with the fedora. Shit! Wait. I shoot the one who has the best chance of getting a date.
Now your bullet just gets confused and self-destructs.
Says a bunch of people playing an RPG online.
Well, we would know.
Oh, we demolished this glass house ages ago.
Oh, yeah, no, we don't give two shits. We jumped that shark. I believe that's how the terminology works.
Sure.
So, anyway, I shoot hacker number 4.
Yeah, hacker number 4 is much more generic because that doesn't involve me making up what he looks like.
Okay, hacker number 4 it is. My accuracy is 8, by the way.
Oh, nice.
What are you shooting with?
A tricked out pistol.
What's the damage on the pistol?
8 physical.
Okay, he said. We're not going to roll any more dice for hacker number 4. Hacker number 4 has lost his dice rolling privileges.
That is 15 physical points of damage.
Yeah, he doesn't hack very well anymore because being able to hack requires being able to be alive.
Okay, so is it okay if I set this one up, Douglas, please?
Sure.
So he's currently facing away. He's behind a light pole. And no matter how much everyone tells him that's not going to cover your fat ass, it's not going to work, you asshole. No, he's behind the light pole. So, but then a stray bullet out of nowhere comes and rips his arm right off. And the loss of an arm is just way too much for this hacker dude. So he goes to shoot himself in the head, but he shoots himself in the balls.
Yeah.
The end.
Well, that was a thing, apparently.
Wrong head.
Please stop working, Mass. Okay, that happens on the basis that... Oh, my mouse doesn't work.
Uh-oh.
Squirrel, what would you like to do? Bearing in mind that Zeriq's hand is on your head and is trying to force it down to your knees.
I let go.
So I'm going to, first off, since I'm facing the general direction, I'm going to turn on the directional jammer in my helmet. So they're all at 6 noise in case they try and do something fancy.
So is our hacker. Yay.
And then I'll shoot at the closest one.
Hacker number 6.
Okay.
Do-
Whatever you need to roll.
So 5 successes.
What's the damage rating of your weapon and accuracy?
Accuracy is 8, damage is 8.
Okay, cool. I'm not rolling for his survival either. Because if he does survive, he's in sufficient trouble that he doesn't want to be involved in this combat anymore.
So he can't survive 13?
He could. He's going to have a body of some... he's going to have... it's going to do enough that he's either immediately down or within 1 or 2 points of being down, which for an NPC, because they're not a PC, is enough to make them run away. Which number did you pick?
6.
You picked 6. Okay. Hacker number 6 is... what does he look like? I don't know. I really should have had more tea. I need more tea soon, Derek. You're going to have to give me a moment to get caffeine so that I can wake up. I've been up since 5 in the morning. And that was,
He looks like a cyber goth who needs to lose about 60 pounds.
And that was 22 hours ago. Yeah, so he looks like a cyber goth that needs to lose a lot of weight. You know, white makeup really, really works on pallid, fat men, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And you can see...
But his LED dreadnoughts just look so sick.
They do. Unfortunately, the rest of him looks like Paul Bearer.
We're going to get a lot of angry emails.
Why? I'm a wrestling fan, and I like that joke.
Oh, come on. Let's face it. Paul Bearer is not a good-looking man, is